Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Not much price action today on the Bitcoin chart, simply sideways price action. However, Bitcoin broke out of this wedge pattern to the downside here on the short-term chart. I only want to focus on the shorter time frame, give you an idea of the levels and structure. Overall, I mean, don't want to talk too much about the bigger picture because we did that in the previous video. I will do that tomorrow again. We'll talk about the daily chart again. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, you want to get some insights about the daily time frame, you can subscribe, activate the notification bell, and tomorrow then in the Bitcoin video I'm going to talk about the daily chart. On the daily chart, obviously we're approaching sort of that key topping region. We haven't topped yet, and I still see a reasonable possibility to reach the 130k area before we form a more substantial top. But obviously I see a reasonable possibility that the wave count, obviously we're looking for ideal 4-5 structures at the end. For the Bitcoin chart, I explained I would like to see, this wave 4 here before we form a top, then the wave 5 of a larger third wave, and then ideally another 4-5 pattern that can take us into the area around 130k. But sometimes because the structure is so overlapping and it's sometimes difficult to interpret, so I would not rely on the last highs. But again, I'm not going to confirm a top until we have evidence. So I assume we're going to go higher until the price breaks some support or the wave count is full. And we've seen it in previous cycles that Bitcoin sometimes likes to hide internal 4-5 structures. We don't really know if we really have a full wave count. That's something that's somewhat tricky on the smaller time frames, especially as this structure to the upside here is somewhat messy. Okay, there's a lot of overlaps there. But overall, that's just something to be aware of. Yeah. Overall, I don't see any signals in the market yet that we have topped. And for now, I'm focusing on higher. The main question here at the moment on the shorter time frame is, do we get one more high in wave 5 of C of 3? I wanted to see the 100k yesterday. didn't happen. Not yet. I'd really like to see it. And it seems like a given that we get there. Yeah? It seems like it, but hasn't happened yet. I think on some exchanges maybe. But we came really close. On the larger exchanges like Coinbase and Binance. And I mean, the main question is, so in this structure on the 30-minute chart, I'd like to see one more 4-5 anyway, right? Before circle 3 finishes, which is the rally that started on the 4th of November, right? So this could top at any point because there's only really one more 4-5 pattern I'd like to see. But the question is this third anyway over, right? And it's not necessarily over yet. Yeah, we broke out of the wedge pattern to the downside, but it only looks like a 3-wave move down anyway, which leaves the door open for higher. Now, I haven't marked the internal structure here in this wave 5, which would also be an A, B, C structure probably. So it can still be an unfolding wave 5 of C of 3 for one more high, then a wave 4, then a wave 5. But as I explained in previous videos, once we see a break below that swing low at 95,650, it would be my confirmation that this fourth wave, at least this fourth wave, has started. And then we can pay attention to this Fibonacci support zone between 92,790 and 95,360. So we're not even there yet, okay? We haven't even broken this previous structural support, this swing low at 97,150 yet. And I think what happened, we've seen, I mean, there are some sell orders, some order blocks providing resistance just below 100k. I mean, that's not a surprise. I mean, there are some Fibonacci levels as well that present some resistance. There's psychological resistance and just order blocks around 100k. So I think late on Friday, some larger traders just realized they don't want to break it or couldn't, or I don't know, it's just the momentum is gone, and then they were shifting their funds into altcoins. So money is flowing into altcoins, and the crowd was moving funds into the altcoin sector, and you see it like 20%, 30%, 40% here and there, which is normal in such a bullish phase in the market, in the sector. Now, the problem is if you're only coming into the market, or, some people who only come into the market like, maybe in 3 weeks time, in 4 weeks time, I mean, those prices will likely be much higher. At least that's what I assume right now based on what I see in the charts. So they will buy the top at some point, right? And Yeah, but you know, that's at the moment where we've left Bitcoin here yesterday as well. We haven't really moved much. Okay, yeah, the price broke below that wedge, but is that really relevant? I don't think so. I only put them like with the dotted line to indicate that that's just something to observe. Trend line was respected for a while, then it broke, but it doesn't impact the Elliott Wave count as such. So observations need to be now made here on whether the price can form one more high. Then we could hit the low 100K area, then wave 4, then wave 5. If we break below those red lines, we're already in the wave 4, but support is already defined. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. And today I'm going to, just after this video, I'm going to upload a video that you voted for it, yeah, on X. You wanted to see e-gold, so I'm going to upload that after this video. Should be should be online like in 15 to 20 minutes. So if you watch this video, it's likely already online. If you're one of the first, then not yet, but if that's something that interests you, check it out. You'll find a link to our X profile on in the video description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.